Yahoo! Welcome back, traders and collectors. It is your favorite Pokey Plumber. For today's Plumber's Pick of the Day, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the most expensive Plumber's Pick of the Day I do, but just pay attention to these couple sets and just watch what happens. So, the first set is going to be Roaring Skies from the XY era, and this has a beautiful Rayquaza, and I believe a PSA 10 just hit an astonishing $40,000. However, these boxes are still in the 4K range, but I think they still have a higher ceiling to go to. And then we also have to talk about another stunning XY set with a Mega Shiny Ray, and this set is another one I could already tell at the show. People were going absolutely crazy for this, and the guy didn't want to sell it because he was projecting of what the new Rayquaza set was going to do. So I ended up making a deal with him, and I grabbed another one. Everybody knows this is my favorite XY set. Absolutely stunning. Hoopa, hoopa. But the Mega T-Tar, this set is just golden, and I'll forever love it. And I still think this box is going to hit black and white prices and be a 5-figure box. So just pay attention to them. I see what's happening. Welcome back, traders and collectors. It is your favorite Pokey Plumber, flushing out the latest news and the hobby updates. Whether it's breaking leaks, rare finds, or market trends, I got the tools to keep your collection growing and your profits flowing. What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope everybody had a fantastic Father's Day over the weekend. I had a fantastic one. I was with my dad. That's mainly all I want to do is spend time with the kids, spend time with my dad, and he's doing much, much better. Still doesn't have a voice, but he was here to celebrate Father's Day, and that's what is most important. Guys, we had a couple giveaways. So, Jesus, in the other room. All right, so we were giving away the new first partner collection box, and yeah, for wave 2. So congratulations to the one, to the only. Drum roll, please. Rise Arctics 211. All you have to do is shoot me a message or email me to claim your prize. And guys, today is going to be your last chance to enter this beautiful box, beautiful Arceus tin. All you have to do is like, comment, subscribe, hit that little bell notification. Say it with me now. To win this beautiful Arceus tin. If it's free, it's for me. Guys, has Sword and Shield. Has Sword and Shield. And you know what? I want to have a nice longer talk today because we have to just talk about this. So a lot of people have been complaining about the, Sword and Shield's nice and horizontal, not doing anything crazy. They went up and then they stopped, and then Fusion Strike pulled back a little bit. Lost Origin pulled back a little bit. Brilliant Stars is actually looking the strongest, hasn't really pulled back, and same with Silver Tempest. So I look at the set, and I look at that era, and I say, okay, with certain sets, we're like 4 years ago, right? And it was also printed way more back then. And then it brings me back to like the XY era. So I got in when Ultra Prism was the newest set, around 2018. I dabbled during Pokemon Go, but I don't consider myself fully getting in yet. So I remember walking around the stores, going on shelves, and I was able to choose from XY era, some black and white, all the Sun and Moon in the world, right? I could have bought everything. And every collection box was a mix of XY, Sun and Moon. They were super nostalgic. They still are super nostalgic to me. I had so much fun in that era. And I remember nobody wanted Roaring Skies. They were sick of Roaring Skies. They were sick of Fates Collide being in packs. And heck, I remember people were excited for Ultra Prism. I remember people were even wanted Crimson Invasion back then, right? This is how different things were. I remember people were sick of Breakpoint because it got reprinted so much. Roaring Skies got printed so much. Ancient Origins got printed so much. Breakthrough got printed so much. Evolutions got printed so much. So everyone was sick of them when they were opening these Sun and Moon products. And then COVID happened, and a lot of these boxes started rising. Evolution shot through the roof. At the time, it went to like $1,000, and everyone was like astonished, right? This is a little after COVID, and then they retraced, of course. But I'm gonna stay during COVID when these boxes started going up. Ancient Origins then went to like $250 a box. Roaring Skies jumped up. Primal Clash jumped up. All these boxes started, going up. Now let's fast forward past COVID. All right, stay with me. So now we're probably in like 2022 or 2021ish, and these boxes, Roaring Skies is now like a $500 box. Primal Clash, always a little bit cheaper, $450. Ancient Origins, $600, $700. And it was the same thing, right? people were complaining. They're like, all right, well, these boxes finally went up, but they're getting older and they're nice and horizontal. And then you saw Roaring Skies for the next, 2 years stay at $500. And people weren't happy. The people investing in it, they were like, it's dead money. I'll focus on this. I'll focus on that. I'll go to my vintage. And it took time. We saw Roaring Skies stay at $500 for multiple years. We saw Primal Clash stay at $5 for multiple years. Ancient Origins, $700 for multiple years. Heck, your older XY sets like Furious Fist, I think it was around I want to say like $1,000. Your XY base was like $1,200. And then I remember even Phantom Forces, I remember it went from like $500 to like $1,200. Okay. I'm going to get to a point here. So back then, the newer the later XY stuff, newer XY stuff at the time, took forever to go up. And it was because there was so much of it out there, right? Everyone felt like they printed to smithereens with the Roaring Skies. Now, fast forward to all these years, and we're in the same situation with the Sword and Shield era. And people are trying to compare it to Sword and Shield, or Scarlet and Violet, and say, well, Scarlet and Violet's better than Sword and Shield. And one thing I never did in the past was look at Sun and Moon and say, Sun and Moon's better than XY, or vice versa, right? I kept buying both of them. I diversified into both because they were both good to me, right? Turns out they're both great now. And it's kind of like the same thing. Stop worrying about what's going to do better than this, what's going to do better than that. Is this a specialty set? But that's why I always tell people to diversify. It's going to be way different, right? When Sword and Shield was printed, your later Sword and Shield was printed the highest Pokemon's ever printed, right? It's going to take more time. We saw Roaring Skies stay stagnant for years. We saw Sun and Moon sets, certain Sun and Moon sets, not do anything for years. Celestial Storm did good because it was very short printed. Lost Thunder kind of stayed horizontal. Ultra Prism had like a lot of hype behind it. But anyways, there was a lot of sets staying stagnant for year after year after year. And the more they're printing, we're going to see the same thing with Sword and Shield. A year ago from now, I could have bought Evolving Skies for the same price. I could have bought a case today for the same price I could have bought it a year ago. And it doesn't sit well for people. Lost Origin, I could have done the same thing a year ago. Silver Tempest is a little bit higher now. Brilliant Star is a little bit higher now. But it's going to take a lot more patience in this day and age of collecting. And you're sadly mistaken if you think Scarlet and Violet is going to go up way higher and way faster than Sword and Shield. I think they're probably going to go up at their own rates, right? There's some stronger Sword and Shield sets. There's some stronger, Scarlet and Violet sets. That's just how it is. But it's going to take even longer, what I'm thinking, than a lot of these older sets because they printed way more. However, with the Sword and Shield era, many of your buy-in prices were way cheaper than what your buy-in prices are right now from Mega Evolution era, Scarlet and Violet era, right? Towards the end, the buy-in prices were way higher. I think with like certain sets, Temporal Forces was short printed than a lot of them, but people don't really care about it. And it's the same thing with Astral Radiance. We didn't get a second print of Astral Radiance, but it's still one of the cheapest alt art sets in the entire Sword and Shield era. It's just, when this stuff was printed that much, you're going to have to wait way longer. And I don't think people understand that. There's too many people that want it to go up right away. And they're like, well, they printed 1 billion less for Mega Era, so that means it's going to go up even faster, right? You just never know with these things. That's why it's like, pick your favorite Sword and Shield set. Pick your favorite Scarlet and Violet set. Pick your favorite Mega set. And then just hold them. You have too many people trying to pinpoint this set. And they're saying, well, it's easier now because all I have to do is focus on Prismatic Evolutions. All I have to do is focus on Ascended Heroes, Evolving Skies, Destined Rivals, Fusion Strike. You see what I'm saying? But, there was a time where everybody crapped on Fusion Strike and no one wanted it at $80. And then it was like that, what's the word I'm looking for? That rare time where something just goes wild and then everyone thought it was cool. That's why, I like to diversify. I'm a collector, and I just think it's way more fun that way to see what happens, right? You could always try to pinpoint things, but there's always going to be a sleeper that no one talked about, and then it could be awesome a year or two from now, and you'll be like, oh, I knew that set was good, right? That's kind of how it goes. There's so much opportunity with the stuff being horizontal, right? Instead of comparing tomatoes to tomatoes, just enjoy it and pick your favorite sets, right? The potential's out there. Stagnation is good. I don't understand why people get so upset with stagnation. The hobby needs this a little bit. And it's just like when I look at slabs, there's no stagnation there. Slabs are just doing crazy things. Like I said, it could be because PSA is doing something, with not releasing cards. Like I heard a fact that PSA has about $8 billion worth of cards right now. So we will have $8 billion dumped back in the market by the time it's all said and done with PSA. So I would imagine that would, affect the market. But prior to that, I think slabs could keep going up. I think PSA 9s have pretty good value because the PSA 10s are just getting absolutely ridiculous. I'm a PSA 10 collector, but I'm not going to sit here and say I don't have PSA 9s too. I do think there's potential there, right? If you want to have a near mint card, not break the bank, PSA 9's perfect. I think we're seeing it with Black Bolt White Flare. Like I'd say this every video and I try to drill it into guys' heads. At this point, you can choose what you want to do, but I think Black Bolt White Flare is something like I look at a Crown Zenith, I look at a Hidden Fates, and I look at Paldean Fates 151. Black Bolt White Flare is going to do the same thing, guys. It's that specialty set. There wasn't tons of it out there. The illustration rares are going through the roof. I know I talk about it every video, but I just want to drill that in your head. When things start to get more expensive, there's always like I'm a big tin guy, like I love the old vintage stuff, right? And now the Heart Gold Soul Silver boxes are hitting crazy numbers. The Platinum boxes are hitting crazy numbers, but I want to keep buying the new modern stuff, but I still want to get my vintage. So I've been buying, stuff like this, black and white tins, XY tins, XY collection boxes, Sun and Moon collection boxes, because I still think the value is there too, right? Even though we think things can change in the future, it could slow down, I still don't see those sets really getting destroyed or crashing. So my confidence in XY, Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield is always through the roof. My confidence with Scarlet and Violet is through the roof. And then it's like you hear people getting nervous for, buying Destined Rivals in the Scarlet and Violet era because now we saw something on Poke Beach that Pokemon copyrighted like a phrase, like, are you with Team Rocket or something along those lines? I don't necessarily think we're going to get a Team Rocket set that fast. I think it's going to be like a product like the briefcases that we've gotten in the past. So I don't know. I mean, there's just always going to be hype, right? Pokemon keeps creating hype. For every 10 people that leave right now, 10 new people are coming in. So it's just the hobby's strong. For some weird reason, I feel like the 30th isn't going to be do as crazy as people think. I think there's going to be so much out there. I'm one of the few who think this is going to happen, but I just have a feeling there's going to be a lot of 30th. There's rumor out there right now. I can't take credit for it, but I'll give it to PokeHive. Shout out to Cole. There's a rumor out there that, I heard this from another person too, but Cole and I talked about it, so ignited it. That Umbreon and that Espeon, those promos, I heard they're going to be in deck boxes. So you're going to have to get deck boxes, I guess. And it's going to help, comic stores. But if those are only in deck boxes, those deck boxes are going to sell like crazy, especially those promos. I know a lot of people that don't even want to sell that product because they want to have the promos. I have a feeling that product's going to go through the roof because those are really, really beautiful. Like that Espeon Umbreon, I'd love to have them, graded in 10s in my collection. I think they're phenomenal arts. I think Celebrations is still on the move. I think Celebrations, even if you were to buy at these all-time highs today, I think by the time the 30th is, so many rip and shippers are going to be cracking it. I think the 30th is going to be through the roof. I think there's plenty of sleepers right now. We talk about Surging Sparks all the time. I think Surging Sparks is just still at a very fair price, right? And see, that's what happens when it's printed a lot. We look at all these other Scarlet and Violet products, and then we got that huge print of Surging Sparks, so the price is staying nice and horizontal. The Twilight Masquerade, we got a bunch of the ETBs. Even we're seeing that go up. So it's like, guys, the modern always makes me feel the most confident. I don't really feel like there will be a crash. I feel like if things do change, maybe 10, 20%, but I just think the hobby's so strong. There's still so many people there. I don't see, when I say, oh, crash coming, it's like, I think things are, right now we're horizontal. It could drop another 10, 20% in the sealed market, depending how bad things go, right? Stock market's not great. Crypto is absolutely horrible right now. Heck, I even think crypto right now could be an okay, time to buy some of it. But you never know. We could see Bitcoin at 40K in October. We just don't know, and that's the thrill of it. But all I do know is that in a market like this, take advantage of it, right? Who knows? This could be a calm before a storm and it goes straight up, or it could be a calm before a storm and it goes straight down. But like, I'm always buying, right? In a bear market, I'm buying. In a bull market, I'm buying. But in a bear market, I know I'm going to do better because I'm getting it at better deals. I still have a lot of people selling me lots for decent prices. I think there's plenty of sun and moon boxes that, you know, from a year ago from today, I was looking at this list, like Unbroken Bonds a year ago from today was $2,200. Unified Minds was $2,300, and then Cosmic Eclipse was $4,000. It's pretty much the same thing. So if you want to add those in your collection, it's still a great time. They haven't run. I think the XY stuff with the Roaring Skies, I think the price is high, but you know how people get when this new Delta set comes out, Delta Rain for Rayquaza, everyone's going to go crazy over it. And it's going to affect Ancient Origins, and it's going to affect Roaring Skies. It's going to affect other Rayquaza sets. We discussed that last video. But just stay buying. That's it. That's it. And always to go at your means. Like, I noticed this. During the summer, the views drop, the click-through rate drop, everything drops, right? Because people are starting to spend time outside, spend time with their families. This is your chance to make moves. Who knows if it's going to get crazier in September like last year, then it's like, take advantage of this market. Don't bug out. It's not, I mean, it's not the worst time to sell, but it's not the best time to sell. But it's like, this is kind of our opportunity. If things are going to continue to stay crazy, more and more hype, Pokemon's going to keep releasing cool stuff. Like, I don't know. We've had 3 bad sets in a row. I mean, I'm not going to say bad, but 3 not of the best sets, right? If you're comparing it to Ascended Heroes. Personally, I love Chaos Rising. Not the biggest fan of Perfect Order, not the biggest fan of Pitch Black. Still going to add it. I'm still going to open it, have fun, create those memories. But this has been a nice, calm time in a way. Prices are still higher during a calm time. Like, think about that. Still higher in a calm time. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Because it's just like the new mentality, right? When I'm going to these shows, when I'm buying from people, they're like, well, I don't want to sell it because next week it's going to go up more, right? When you still have that mentality out there, then things are going to continue to go up, right? Until that sentiment change, until that mentality change, nothing's going to change, right? Slow down and sealed, because everyone wants slabs now. This is our chance. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our chance. Everyone's focusing on the slabs. I love slabs. I have slabs. But like, opportunity, it's there. XY full arts, I love them. Always have. Alt arts, love those. SIRs, love those. IRs, love those. Like, I love every bit of this hobby. And I make sure I have a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there. And I think that's just key. And like, always go at your own means. If you want to buy raw cards, buy raw cards. But it's just like, next thing you know, when everyone's looking here, you go here. And right now, sealed is the place to look. So just enjoy the summer, buy at your pace, but just be a little more confident when you're buying certain Sword and Shield, certain Scarlet and Violet, and enjoy it all, because it all has potential and it's all going to do well. We just all got to have patience. That's it. That's it. I don't have a water. My throat's killing me. I don't know why. I don't know. You guys want to see something cool? Look at this. This has a Harkle Soul Silver base, an Undaunted, a Stormfront, and a Platinum Arceus. So it has a Diamond and Pearl pack, a Platinum pack, and then 2 Harkle packs. And then there's a Raikou one and a Suicune one. Maybe I'll show you guys those next time. But man, the nostalgia is just cool. Like, you can still buy vintage. It's just getting harder with those boxes. And buy these, right? Like, I even went to Zap Comics this week, and even though I have a case of these, I picked up another one of these bad boys. I had it for a good price. This was the older one. This was the 2014 one, not the 15 one. That's how you know it's a 2014 one. Always read the serial codes. But collection boxes are fun. I even opened one of these today. And to my surprise, like, I open Ancient Origins every Father's Day. I've been opening XY every Father's Day for years, so I had to keep the tradition going. However, this didn't have Ancient in it. It had Furious Fist, a couple Steam Siege, and what was the 4th pack? Breakpoint. Maybe I'll connect the video and watch that. you know what? I'm going to keep the video. I'm going to edit it, and I'm going to show you guys what we opened. So, I don't know. Just have fun. Buy what you believe in. Enjoy yourself. And the opportunity's there. There's just still a lot of stuff to buy. Like, I picked this bad boy up, right? Everyone was telling me these crazy prices. Everyone was telling me these crazy prices on this beautiful card. And I kept looking, and I found it for, you know, $200 cheaper than everybody else, right? Like, just keep your eyes open. And you want to see the craziest thing? You can buy XY Full Arts Secret Rares for like dirt cheap. For dirt cheap, like, guys, this card is cheaper than like Sword and Shield Alt Arts in 10s. And you have Xerneas and Volcanion just like chilling. You know, there's so much cool stuff out there. Like, even this card, it's just like, you need to do the research, and you can find so many cool older cards out there. Like, a raw copy of this in near mint is super affordable. Like, you have Yveltal and Gardevoir. Like, these secret rares are fantastic. And same with the SIRs, same with the alt arts. IRs, there is just opportunity. That's all. I guess I'm going to make this video opportunity. Pokemon opportunity is right in front of your face. That's the title. Pokemon opportunity right in front of your face. And even if you're not going to buy this box, just keep an eye on it and watch what it does. Watch what it does. And then another thing is, these are for the true fans out here, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, this box right here is so cheap. Has an awesome Groudon, Roaring Moon, like, so cheap. So cheap. It's one of your cheapest booster boxes out there. Stellar Crown is more expensive than this box. And this box is 1,000 times better than Stellar Crown. Don't at me, dog. Don't at me. Have fun. Enjoy opportunities. I said that like 1,000 times. I'm drilling it in your head. That's it. I love and I appreciate you guys. If you want to watch the opening video, I'm going to keep it moving. For everyone's favorite segment of the day, Pokemon pronunciation of the day. Wow, I was going to do that one, I guess. Oh man, I didn't even read it. Meg, gay, ni, Meg, gay, ni, Meganium. Meganium. The fragrance of Meganium's flower soothes and calms emotions. In battle, this Pokemon gives off more of its becoming scent to blunt the foe's fighting spirit. Say it with me now. Mug, gain, ni, Meg, gain, ni, I said mug. All right, guys, let's watch the opening. Yeah-ho! Welcome back, trainers and collectors. It is Father's Day. And I have a Father's Day tradition where I open Ancient Origins every Father's Day. So this Magearna EX tin should contain some Ancient Origins, I believe. I think it's Primal and Ancient Origins. I've been on a little bit of an XY kick, so we're going to keep opening XY. But this tin is around $275, I believe. It is getting older. So we have to cherish these moments more and more. But here is your Magearna EX. And if you ever learned anything when it comes to XY or any promos, you just leave that promo in there and say, have a nice day. So here is the Magearna EX, and it has the Soul Heart. There is the code, Battle Heart 10. Heck yeah. Yeah, I believe it's a couple Steam Siege and then a Primal. Oh my god, the pack selection's way different. So you get a Steam Siege, a Breakpoint, and I didn't anticipate this, and a Furious Fist. We're opening Furious Fist today? No freaking shot. I mean, that's not that bad. Listen, it's not Ancient Origins, but it's Furious Fist. Man, I was like 99% sure of that. I mean, it might have been the print run. I couldn't see the year on the back of it, or the code. Sometimes you could tell by the serial codes, all that good stuff. But, I mean, we're going for the secret rare in Steam Siege. Maybe a Gardevoir, or we could go with the Gyarados. And I mean, Breakpoint, a lot of great full arts. And then Furious Fist. We got to end with the Furious Fist. If we can go Lucario full art, Dragonite full art, that would be absolutely wild. But buckle in, because you don't get this many opportunities to open some XY. So I'm excited. I am excited for sure. If you're having a good time, can I get a wee, a woo, Mr. Plumber? A wee, a woo. All right, let's get into this. Ready? Dual Powers Clash. Ooh! Listen, a lot of people hate on Steam Siege, but I don't mind Steam Siege. I'm afraid to look at the code. Oh, there we go. There we go. For you guys, Steam Siege, I don't even want to see the color of that. We're doing the pack trick. You could do like the 3 and then the 2 swap, but I like to do it this way. So get ready and enjoy, because we are opening XY era, baby. This is getting older now. It's over a decade, guys. Over a decade. Steelix Spirit Link, Nuzleaf, Dino, Hup Hip Anonymous, Litwick, Meowth, Brooklyn Gangster. Look at that. How sick is that? Ponyta, Fletchling Reverse by Yan Mega Non-Hollow. That's okay. That's fine. You know the theory. We don't really want to hit in the early stages unless it is a secret rare. I would take a secret rare. Even if it was a Volcanion full art secret rare, I would take that. Steelix is in this set full art. It's really nice. I mean, it has a couple really nice cards. So, I mean, and the QC doesn't look that bad for, oh, we might have something. Oh, man. Oh! I mean, it is Steam Siege. It's either these tins are dangerous, or sometimes you get lucky and have a couple hits in it. Legender, Drifblim, Meryl, shout out to Meryl, Sneasel, look how cute that little Sneasel is, Litleo, Nidoran, look at that background, it doesn't get better than that, Nosepass, Yama Reverse, that is not a rare. Oh, this card haunts me so much. Oh my goodness. And you, like, this card, I can't even tell you guys how many times I pulled that card. That card haunts me. Anything but that card. Alright, we're getting to the good stuff now. We're getting to the good stuff. Woo! Gotta read the back. A rift torn between worlds. Ooh! Alright, seriously. A lot of great cards in this set. Opens like butter. Opens like butter. We saw the code card. Sometimes it doesn't matter. Sometimes it doesn't matter. So we can pray that it doesn't matter. Alright. Oh, no. Alright. Arcanine. Misty's Determination. Shelter. Drowsy. Spritzy. Time Pull. Clefairy. Look how great that art is with Clefairy and Hypno. That is a stunning card. I love that art. Ferroseed by Lilligant, non-hollow. All right. It's okay. We're 1 for 3. We're 1 for 3, and we're not giving up quite yet, because we're going to end off with Furious Fist. Oh, man. I can't even tell you how excited I am for Furious Fist, right? Oop, the desk is going up. The desk is going up. All right, we're going back down. We're going back down. All right. Become King of the Ring. Woo! Become King of the Ring. Halucha on the front. Hopefully, Lucario on the inside. If we can pull full out art right now for Father's Day, that would be absolutely epic. I'm afraid to look at the code card. Okay. There's your code card. I don't know if I see anything. Phones are ringing. Phones are ringing, but you have to wait right now. You have to wait. Energy Switch. Amora. Licky. Patrat. Drowsy. Noibat. Slackoff. Poliwag with the swag. Golett.
followed by your rare. Pangoro, non-holo. Hey, it happens sometimes. It's all about the memories of what happens. You just got to enjoy opening, and you know, you got to have fun. You got to just have fun, and that's what matters. I will catch you guys on the next one, and maybe we'll open something else up that is pretty cool. Doesn't it feel like 2013, 2015? It sure does.